Aching cold sets into an unfamiliar body. A distant howling surrounds you, louder with each passing second. Insistent and invisible hands slap and tug at the membrane that protects you. Your first emotion is an involuntary and formless panic. You feel you've forgotten something important, as if it once meant the world to you. But the details slip away as you grasp at them. You force your eyes open. Your body is... Wait, you are wearing a form-fitting suit of some dark material. You recall that you were wearing something much more elaborate a short time ago. You have smooth, light brown skin, 5 fingers on each hand, 5 toes on each foot. Good muscles, strong but not bulky, and slim hips. Your palms are soft, as if they have not done much labor, but scars and burns on the hands and wrists suggest that you haven't always been careful. Why can't you remember this?
Wait. Are you telling me I'm not thick? Now this is pure fiction. I gotta have that dumb truck. Oh shit, yeah, I'm falling.
Without warning, the cocoon that surrounds you shreds and tears away. You are falling. Above you, a small moon is slowly collapsing in on itself. The world is many kilometers below you. Spread your arms and legs, and they respond sluggishly. You stop tumbling head over heels. Though you are still spinning laterally, that motion has calmed as well, and you have space to assess your situation, and perhaps to understand the predicament and the body in which you find yourself. You see a large landmass. A massive ocean dominates the rest of the visible globe, dotted here and there with island chains. Small moons, unusual structures, and strange machines rush past you in glittering profusion as you plummet toward the ground. It's hazy. You were in a tall passageway, its sides slicked with dew, the air warm and moist, as if you were caught in the breath of a giant organism. You remember fleeing in fear and exhilaration, laughing through the terror. What was it that pursued you? Something ancient and cold, its coiling power the promise of oblivion. Its shadowed tendrils struck at you, and the walls where they landed were torn apart utterly, destroyed beyond any hope of repair. You leapt into a membranous cocoon and fell from the station, the moon. And then you were empty. But who were you? What was that creature? A word surfaces in your thoughts, and you seize it before it vanishes. Sorrow. The world fills your sight. You're about to hit. It hurts your mind, but you push past it, a creature of the forgotten world seeking you out across the centuries. But it's not you it seeks, is it? It sought the man whose memories you shovel through now, and you realize suddenly that you are not him. You were... Who? Who were you? To sidestep everything you know about anatomy, physics, and death, and you were surprised to realize that you do know something about it. and you survive this fall, you suspect that you might be able to reawaken a dormant strength you sense inside you. But you could possibly survive a fall from this height. You remember reaching an escape tube, and you remember being struck by a tendril of force, and then the fall. The fall. You open your eyes in time to see a riot of color around you. Your descent barely slow, and then agony flares throughout your body. Crunching impact destroys you. The last thing you hear is a rapidly cycling line of energy, and then...
Oh. Jumbled thoughts cloud your head as you study the empty bowl before you. Drops of liquid fall from the ceiling, spattering on the ground next to the bowl. The light from every drop is reflected in the bowl's rounded hollow, as if it hungers for that light and needs to be filled. Yet the bowl remains dry. Another drop falls from the ceiling and splashes across the pylons. Wasted. You trace your fingers over the slippery, overlapping scales that spiral up from the bottom of the bowl. The sharp-toothed brim plucks at your skin. It's going to be tricky to move this bowl without slicing your fingers on the edge. You might have to put some effort into it. Reflected light streaks across the surface of the bowl as another droplet falls from the ceiling. You carefully take hold of the bowl, avoiding the teeth on the serrated rim. With a deep breath, you move it over the glowing pool of fallen light. Drop by drop, the bowl fills, ripples spreading over the blurred outline of your reflection. A pale blue luminescence stretches into the corners of the room. A clear radiance spills across the segmented floor, washing away the nearest shadows and pouring into your mind, melting the ragged edges of your fragmented thoughts. You are not whole, not yet. But you have begun to heal from the damage done in your long fall. A voice calls out from somewhere high above, beyond the reaches of the spreading light. Hello? Are you still alive down there? Drop here! As soon as you touch the orb, a memory floods your mind. You stand in front of a rusted door. The air is humid and dank. You've had a moment's respite from this waterlogged hell. A bubble of stale air, your resting point. You've braved water before, and you lived decades beneath the waves. But this body's an air breather, and the constant pressure has been crushing you ever so subtly. Worse, your companion's mind seems to be wandering from the task at hand. He's a genius of machines, as you well know, but now he seems distracted. The device in his hands is covered in knobs, wires, and antennae. He believes it can get the two of you through the core of the door, but he's merely staring at it. Perhaps he's lost his faith in his invention, but that is hardly your concern. This mission cannot be delayed. It must proceed. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. Hear them. Your words echo clearly, and he looks up, surprised as you cut through his indecisive daze. He grimaces and says, "All right. We'll be through the door before they catch up." His fingers make minute adjustments to the knobs and blinking levers of the device, and the stale air of your bubble freshens as the door swings open. A dark hallway lies beyond, a passage that links the water, bordered cells, and the aquatic viewing areas. What you seek lies there. Moments later, you're underwater again, your hands closing around a strange, yet familiar artifact. You need it to complete something. It hovers above a pedestal, rotating in the dark water. An electric current runs through your fingers as your hand crosses the vertical plane of the pedestal, and an iridescent field coalesces so fast that the waves of pressure dazes you for a moment. The rising pulse of a sonar alarm ripples to the water. The guards won't be far behind. You focus on the cloudy base of the pedestal. Your fingers instinctively find the control panel for the jeweled force field, almost as if you had built it in the first place. You remove it, casting it to the side, and you reach inside to deactivate the crystals that power both the pulse and the pedestal. As you remove them, a scaly hand falls on your shoulder. Your head whips around and you see only the inky blackness of a Piscean eye. The memory begins to fade, as if you were being drawn backward through a tunnel, and you hear more pylons rising from the pit. Something is wrong. The events within the orb have settled into that gap in your mind, but the edges of it are rough, as though the memory itself is not truly yours. There's something else. A gust of sour air pulling at you, like a predator inhaling the scent of its prey at the far end of a dark, whispering field. You stand beside a woman on a verdant crag. Beneath the two of you is a broad plateau towering above the overgrowth far below. Strange machines have been built into the cliffside, presumably for reconnaissance or defense. A metallic disc gleams from the center of the plateau. Your self-aware humanoid machines drill into the base of the cliffs below. If you were looking for a sanctuary, and you were desperately, this seems like the right place. I don't know about this, the woman says, her voice flat, neutral. Her face is turned away from you. What makes this place any more secure than the other ones we've found? You shade your eyes against the bright sun so that you can point out the thin bands radiating out from the metallic disc. How the energy from those bands affects the local fauna, suggesting an enormous source of prior world energy. She thinks deeply. It's geologically sound. Have you run the sounding sample and checked the strata? No major caverns or weaknesses showed up on your resonance scans? She waits for your affirmation and says, "All right, I'm convinced." The two of you sketch your plans for the sanctuary, drawing schematics and architectural diagrams. Then you descend onto the plateau to examine the open ground. The woman suggests having one of the servitors build a shelter for your time here. You try to draw one of the constructs away from its task, but it doesn't respond to your voice. When you lay a hand on its shoulder to reinforce your command, it whirls and strikes you across the face with inhuman speed. It turns back to its task, ignoring you. Your companion helps you rise, laughter in her eyes. It seems your construct has other ideas. What's the matter with it? A mist falls onto the plateau as you wrap a fiber shielding mesh around the construct's skull. The mesh powers up, protecting the construct's mind from any trans-dimensional emissions that might be in the area. Taking a deep breath, you repeat your command. Acknowledged. It obediently trundles to the site of your new shelter. The image freezes, then fades, and you feel the memory filling the gap in your mind, block by jagged block. You stagger, clutching your head. Reclaiming your memories hurts. And once more, there's something else. Hairs lift, one by one, on the back of your neck. Something beyond this room can sense what you are doing and is hunting you. A vision of a city springs around you. Your city in flames and under attack. Your defenders have fought and died all day. And still the attackers keep coming. They fight as if your destruction were demanded of them. They care nothing for mercy, surrender, or plunder. What they want is blood. But you have brought a keen-eyed companion to the top of the tower. She has seen the way to stop the invaders. You need to get her to safety, and you need to rally your defenders. But even as you turn toward the door of the tower, two of the attackers descend from a hovering machine. You don't have time to strike them before they land. One is brutishly large, his weapon a vibrating axe. The other is slim, sheathed in glassy armor and holding a hilt with a sizzling, invisible blade. Your companion backs away. She's too young to help. Your enemy is advanced single file, confined by the parapet. Second. The memory seems crystal clear. The giant is menacing, it's true. But the invisible blade of his companion is more worrisome still. The energy field that flickers and wavers around it suggests that she can carve matter at the molecular level, tearing pieces of her target into nothingness. If you're to save yourself, your best bet is to tackle her first. She's stuck behind the giant, waiting her turn to attack you, unable to bring her weapon to bear until he's out of the way. But it's clear that she expects him to handle you, and her eyes roll behind you, her focus on your ward. She's certainly not expecting you to die between the giant's legs and come up inside her guard. She can't bring her blade to bear in time, and you drive your dagger up under her chin. You catch her before her deadly blade drops onto you and spin her around. The weapon slashes into the giant, and he topples, bisected. The immediate threat ended. You focus on finding a way back to your allies. You open the tower door and rush downstairs. The door at the base of the stairs is slightly cracked, opening just a bit into the hall, and you hear more of the enemy soldiers beyond. You press yourself against the gleaming door, easing it open, and your breath catches in your throat as it squeaks quietly. A sound like a bell in your memory. You pause. But the soldiers in the halls continue to talk. You push again. Squeeze yourself through the narrow opening and creep down in the blood-stained hall. The memory begins to fade, and you find yourself back in your own body. Your temples throb with the racing force of your heartbeat, and the reclaimed memories blaze within you like a bonfire on a mountain peak, visible to every predator for kilometers around. A tremor rocks the floor beneath you, as though a massive fist has struck the room itself. Swaying on your feet, you see frantic movement within the borders of a mirror at the edge of the room. The border of this mirror is lavishly decorated with a dizzying number of interlocked symbols, daggers, masks, paintbrushes, amulets, and more. But that's nothing compared to what you see in the glass. You see a vast crowd of people, exact doppelgangers of you, shoving, arguing with, and fighting each other. Most are drab imitations of you, but a precious few are vivid, and pull at your attention. Each of them bears an intricate pentagonal tattoo on their head. In their eyes, their actions, you see the memories you discovered within the orbs, and the choices you made, shining like distant stars. Your hand twitches at your side, and though some of the bright doppelgangers ignore you, an even smaller number immediately turn to you, waiting for you to choose them and learn what you might become. A rumble shakes the room, and a slow vibration spreads from the darkness below, rippling towards the ceiling. Falling into a very well-balanced crouch, the doppelganger creeps towards you, scanning its surroundings with suspicious eyes. Each movement it makes is slow, subtle, and deliberate. Unfolding from the crouch, the doppelganger waits for a decision. The doppelganger makes its way over to you. It's about to speak when a thuggish figure charges out of the crowd and shakes his knife in the doppelganger's face. Speaking in your voice, the doppelganger raises a calming hand, appealing to the thug's better nature with the combination of disarming wit and outright lies. Scowling, the thug lowers his knife and apologizes to the doppelganger for the trouble. The remaining doppelgangers scatter off the edges of the mirror and vanish. Your chosen identity steps forward. Its appearance changes as it steps out of the rippling glass. Its face reflects confidence and cleverness. Shadows of weapons flicker in and out of its hand, and a few devices shimmer on its belt. You get the feeling you would be comfortable in a variety of situations. The word Jack sounds in your mind. Your doppelganger continues walking, stepping into you, filling you, making you whole. Your decision rings out into the cavernous room, awakening and unlocking vast mechanisms behind the walls. Suddenly, a grotesque noise rings through your shared worlds, like a bell if bells could rot. Something is coming. Let's see. You are quick-witted and a good judge of others. You can fool people, and are rarely fooled yourself. You're not great at retaining trivial knowledge, however. Fuck it, let's go. Send it. Everything about this spectral figure seems dreamlike. He is a hazy silhouette who seems to be made of blue glass smoke. He wears stylish, well-cut clothes. His handsome, bearded face seems hauntingly familiar, though you've never seen him before. He breathes a sigh of relief when he sees you. Good news, everyone. You'll be making a delivery to the Planescape, a mysterious world in the darkest depths of the Forbidden Zone. We weren't sure that would work. We pooled our strength and channeled it through me to reach you. To wake you up. He glances at the other figures and frowns unhappily. It took more out of them than we thought. The other reflections, they're more like shadows now. Look, I'll bet you've got a lot of questions. This whole place is basically your mind. Your body's still out there in the real world, healing from that fall. You need to get out there and finish the process. He shrugs. It shouldn't be too hard. Before I met you, it felt like something was hunting me. You know what it was? He closes his eyes. That's a memory I don't want to recall. Large, black, furious. It's our death. It's the sorrow. I hope it's lost interest in you. If it finds us, we're done for. I also invented a device which allows you to operate equipment from great distance. I call it the Finglonger. Pretty long, eh? Spore lover, spore lover. You said I had to finish the process. What do you mean by that? Ahoy, spore lover. After you wake up from this dream state and attune to the tides, You'll need to find something called a resonance chamber. Your body should have landed somewhere near it. Just climb inside that, and everything will be fine. What do you mean attuned to the tides? Tides are like a force. Like gravity or magnetism or something. Except they respond to people's actions and perceptions. Your body, that is your body in the real world, needs the tides to survive. It's not something you need to worry about. Your body will tune as it wakes up. What's a resonance chamber? I remember pieces about it, but not the whole. It's a crystal sarcophagus. I remember it having 5 mechanical arms around it, and a metal ring set in the floor. I think we were aiming for it when we fell. When you open your eyes in the real world, it should be nearby. Who are those other people? You called them reflections? That's what they are. As I said, it's your mind. You'll find reflections of people you knew. People you met in the real world. And with whom you shared some kind of psychic connection. I don't know how or why. It just happens. If this place is my mind, why don't I remember any of this? Any of you? It's your mind. A construct built to, I don't know, share thoughts, store your true self. Wait. You know how people say, in the first place? This is definitely the first place of your memory. Well, it was the first place for me, anyway. You'd probably know better since it's yours. If you don't remember now, maybe it'll come to you later. How do you know all this that you're telling me? He throws up his arms in frustration. I'm just a part of you. I look at you and I know. This place was made for you. For us. And I remember pieces of knowledge that come to me when you ask your questions. But that's all. So who are you? I'm you. I'm a part of your mind. A splinter. I was waiting here for you. We called you. With the memories of the others who are here. I don't know what happened next. So how do I get back to the real world? There's a portal down there. It'll take you back to your body. Just step through it, and the whole tides thing should take care of itself. He crosses his arms. When you wake up, find the resonance chamber and activate it. Then we can... What? What in the hell is that? Well, I'm glad to have you, Spore Lover. Always. Always when I'm having the crisis of who the fuck am I? The sorrow! The second of these reflections! It's devouring the power! We have to get rid of them! Destroy Sankas or else the sorrow will erase us forever! What in the... It's escaping. Now run! Get to the next one! What is it doing now? It's... You pried it loose. That thing is a cancer, an infection. It's unstoppable, but you stopped it. I can't believe it found us in here. That thing, the sorrow. It's been hunting you. It's what killed you in the first place. It'll keep hunting you until you activate the resonance chamber. I didn't remember until I saw it. But that's why the chamber is so important. You have to get back and activate the chamber before it's too late. The portal to your bodies, is that shimmering dome there. Go. Now.
Where did he fall from? His body's smashed to talc. It's a wonder he's still breathing.
All I saw was the corona, not his origin point. But look, he's healing already. Spontaneous regeneration.
Ugh. What was that? What did you do, Gallus Stage? The first thing you notice is this man's kaleidoscope tattoos writhing across his forearms. He wears a long dark coat belted at the waist, supplies filling the pockets. His boots are worn and stained with years of travel. You blame me? He emitted an internal physiological reaction in response to the fall, probably related to that fantastic healing process. Obviously, Alicern. Her voice rolls and hisses, and you have to rub your eyes to be sure you're not seeing double. Faint echoes of her actions trail from her, each nearly mimicking her, though some act and react to stimuli that you can't perceive. Her vivid hair and outrageous clothing remain constant through these shadows. Oh, Spore Lover, are you not aware of what Torment Tides of Numenera is? Shall I enlighten you? So, it is a spiritual sequel to Planescape Torment. Now, I know that word is awfully thrown around so much, right? As a massive fan of the original, and one who actually legitimately fucking helped to kickstart this project to the point well, I don't know if I should go that deep into the lore, but I definitely have my name in the credits, I think. This is intended to be the spiritual successor to Planescape Torment, and it's again this. Okay, so first off, something you got to know that a lot of people will probably freak the fuck out about, and they probably did, because this game's like what, over several years old at this point. There's probably a lot of people that are like, well, it's not Planescape Torment 2. It's not Planescape Torment 2. Well, yeah, you're talking about the D&D system initially. What a rule set they were on when Planescape was still a thing. And a completely, totally separate RPG system, which is the Numenera system. So there is that. Overall, though, what I like about the Numenera setting and the way Torment handle it is actually pretty good. Actually pretty damn good. So it's not a literal sequel. Like, you will not see the nameless wanderer wandering around. You will not see Adon. You will not talk to a skull named Mort. You will not fuck a horny as hell. Sorry, but you know when you kiss her, that taste of sulfur. I mean, I don't like the taste of sulfur, but when you get her so heat and hotted that she starts spitting sulfur straight in your mouth, and that's when you hold her close. You grip her ass with both hands. You lean in, bite her earlobe, and tell her, "It's your fault Dad left, and he's never coming back. You dirty, dirty, dirty little tiefling." Didn't D&D copyright their system or something? Yeah, they tried. They tried the best they could. I mean, there's only so many ways. I think these days all D&D really can claim and copyright is legit stuff that is official and not generic. So basically, you can claim the Planescape setting because that's, a D&D rule book, D&D rules setting, and whatever else. You can claim psionics, you can claim whatever, or D&D. You can't fucking legitimately claim like the D20 system, for example. You can't say, well, a 20-sided dice belongs to D&D because we don't want to lose claim to D&D. And people being able to roll 20-sided dice is going to fuck us out of our business or whatever else. So it's like you can kind of do what you want to do if it's inspired by D&D, but you just can't legit make it like, oh, this is our story based off of the fucking not Planescape. It was the Planescape. We can't make it off the Baldur's Gate expansion pack. We can't. Now you can make like a story essentially very much the same and everything else. You just can't use the characters, names, settings, whatever else. And it's like, why would you need to, though? I mean, if you're good enough to write a story that anyone's gonna give a shit about, why worry about like saying, oh, it's in the Planescape setting? It's in the Planescape setting. Because if you really fucking think about it, if you really get down to it, like, the D&D systems are pretty goddamn generic themselves. Like, if you really fucking go back to the base level of D&D, it's just a bunch of nerds pretending they're fucking in the Lord of the Rings books. Elf is a class. I'm Legolas. That's my class. Oh, dwarf is a class. I'm Gimli. Hobbit is a class. I'm the bearer of the ring. Wizard is a class. I'm Gandalf. And I cast magic missile into the darkness. I'm Gandalf, sorcerer of light So, and that's kind of one of the things that kind of confuses me, right? Because I remember back in the day, everyone was like, "Oh, oh, Dungeons and Dragons, they're gonna have an official live action movie." And I'm like, why? Right? And then everyone was like, "Oh, it's all cringe and embarrassing." And I'm like, yeah, but what the fuck? Why did anyone even need or demand a fucking Dungeons and Dragons live action? And by the way, apparently they're making another fucking goddamn Dungeons and Dragons live action movie. Why? Well, because we need to make a Dungeons and Dragons live action movie. Isn't that just a fucking generic fantasy movie? What in the fucking fuck am I hearing and reading and seeing these days? Oh, come on, spoiler, back me up on this. What the fuck are these people smoking? Because they need to get to the part where they pass. They're already puffing, evidently. They need to puff and then fucking give. Pass that shit. Pass the doochie to the left hand side or something. I don't know. I don't know what the kids are into these days. I don't know what they do. I don't care how you do it, which way you pass it or whatever. You got to pass it to somebody else because evidently nobody else is on the same level of fucking fried out, fucked up, smoked out, fucking stoner ass retard as you. That's like, bro, what if we like, bro, what if we made a Final Fantasy, what if we made a fantasy movie, bro? And then another bro's like, what, bro? You mean like, Harry Potter? And the other guy's like, oh, bro, like, what if it's like, Magic the Gathering, bro? What if it's like Magic? But it's like Magic the Gathering now. What if it's like Magic the Gathering, but it's like a movie, bro? What if it's like Magic the Gathering, but it's a movie, bro? Like, bro. Like, Magic the Gathering, but it's a movie, bro. Bro, oh shit. Is that Domino's at the door? Be right back, bro. 5 minutes later. Bro, there's nobody at the door. Bruh. I left all 4 doors of my cars open though because I was trying to figure out like where I left my car keys. But like, bro, what if like Pokemon was a card game? For real? Shouldn't they learn that in the animated one is doing the action one? I just remember we already had the conversation about this. I suppose Search successor game. Probably 3rd time now. Probably. I mean, I want to keep... I legit want to actually stream this one. And I legit want to stream Planescape Torment, the original. But they're just such fucking long games. And they're amazing games. They are great games. I don't hate them. Like, I know the meme is like, oh, Planescape Torment is the book, is going to be your favorite book. Yeah. But I mean, what the fuck is the point of role-playing, essentially? If you take out all of the role-playing elements, all the story, all the other stuff, then all you really got is just fucking dungeon crawling. Oh, it's Diablo. But then the same dickheads who would be like, oh, let's remove all the storytelling elements of Planescape and whatever. They're like the same people. They're like, yeah, but what's the deeper story? What's the deeper story of the Butcher, right? Because he's his boss and he's the Butcher. But I mean, what's his real story? Can we get deeper into the Butcher lore? And I'm like, what the fuck? You are the same people being like, oh, I can't read 500. I can't read 500 words of text that expands upon a character in a story, that leads to interaction amongst your character, NPCs, or whoever else. But your ass will be more than happy to go onto a fucking goddamn Reddit stream, or not stream, Reddit thread. Your ass will be more than happy to go to fucking Wikipedia, or you fucking fuckers who actually ever fucking read shit like TV tropes. And you're like, oh man, that's so fascinating. You know, Harry Potter. I never liked the Harry Potter series, but you know, once I started to go down that deep dive thread on Reddit, I was like, oh my god, don't you realize all these deep implications about like Hogwarts and Harry and Snape and whoever else? Because it's like, oh man, once you start going down that deep dive, you start reading that deep dive, you get into that deep lore, and these are the same people that are like, I can't fucking be bothered. Skip. I just want to get to the part where I'm killing enemies. Skip. And actually, it's kind of funny because one of the recent HoloLive or HoloStars bros, who recently debuted, he's like, I don't like to rush, you know, in horror games. And he straight up fucking called out YouTubers. Because he's like, oh, it'd be so cool, you know, just to play horror games. You know, oh man, it's just jump scares and everything else. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. But it's just like, oh man, you know, oh shit, oh, it's this spooky ghost jumps out and kills me or whatever else. You know, this is the way I'm putting it. But it's like, but nobody really understands the lore. Like, why is what's happening? I'm sure there's a bunch of people who can't even fucking explain shit like Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm sure there's a bunch of people who are like, Undertale is the greatest game ever, and they can't fucking explain shit about Undertale. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with that? Like, and that legit speaks to one of the many reasons why I would never want to be a fucking pro streamer, pro gamer, YouTuber, whatever the fuck you want to call us. Like, because legit, this is the type of shit I do. This shit right here. Who is streaming Planescape? Or not Planescape. I can stream Planescape Torment if you want. I would like to. Actually. If I could ever actually find the time and energy and effort and mental fortitude to get back into the game. I tried once. As I tried once before with this one. as I'm trying right now. Right? But is this a popular thing? I don't think so. Is this getting over it? Is this fucking getting over it? Am I gonna see like popular HoloLive people streaming, Torment Tides of Numenera? And I know people can complain about licensing or whatever else, but like no. I'm not. I am legit asking about like let's throw the licensing thing out the window. Would you see a lot of random ass VTubers streaming Torment Tides Numenera? You probably fucking wouldn't. You know you wouldn't. Don't lie to yourself. You know you fucking wouldn't. Yeah, essentially, yeah. Point being, like, this game, and I can respect people who may say something like it's difficult to stream RPGs, right? It is. I understand, because RPGs are multiple hours invested. And not a lot of people are looking for a huge investment. Because I could do this. I could legit do this. Right? I could legit do this whole fucking game. And Planescape Torment. And Baldur's Gate 2. I could do all of those games and have fun with it. Just fucking around. And it could be like months worth of content. Would you guys enjoy it? Maybe. Maybe you'd all really enjoy it. Maybe you'd tune in for every episode of Squid Plays Torment Tides of Numenera, and then Squid Plays Planescape Torment, and then Squid Plays Baldur's Gate, etc., 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 right? But that wouldn't be the popular thing to do. And that's kind of what I'm getting at here. It's like, it's never going to be the popular thing to do. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. That's my whole thing. And it's just never going to be a thing that appears on the radar. And if this game ever appears on a VTuber's fucking channel and they actually fucking bother to play through the whole of it, that will be my Oshi. I don't care who my actual Oshi is at the time. That person will replace my Oshi forever. And they will have changed the nature of man. You know what's funny? I'm sitting here with you right now and I'm trying to wonder. I'm holding my head in my hands. And I wish I could remember who my Oshi is. Funny. Funny, said the witch. That was your first wish. What can change the nature of man? All right, back to the game. Enough rambling and philosophizing. You blame me. He emitted an eternal physiology. Obviously. Did Callie stage? Did Callie actually just Allegern? Actually, I want to speak to your manager, Allegern. No, spoiler lover. In this household, we respect Bunny Shin. Well, I mean, she's wearing red. I'm just wondering if she's going to ask us to please RIP. Her voice rolls and hisses, and you have to rub your eyes to be sure that you're not seeing double. Faint echoes of her actions trail from her, each nearly mimicking her, though some act and react to stimuli that you can't perceive. Her vivid hair and outrageous clothing remain constant through those shadows. Oh, yes, it's obvious, callous dirge. His voice is grim and clipped. Then he sees you looking at him. You're no ordinary mortal. We know that much. Start talking. His face is hard and set. I mean, I think this would be the first thing I would answer, so I'm going to answer natural. Where am I? How did I get here? You built the dome. Don't you recognize it? He growls. You know he's not the changing god, Allegern. It's his face. I've never seen any other people rebuild themselves like that. Only the changing god could have healed so quickly. He sighs and rubs his face, trying to regain his composure. Maybe you could help me for a change. You know what this means to me. You're familiar with the word changing, Allegern? It implies inconstancy. Thus, the changing god may well have changed. Several versions of her shrug, and she addresses you. You'll have to forgive him. He He believes you're someone he once knew, even though it's painfully obvious to anyone that you are newly born. Her most solid self curtsies while others bow and spin. I and my sisters am Calstage. This is Allegern. We are explorers, knowledge seekers. That's how we came to be in this room. If I'm not mistaken, you are what we call a cast-off. The changing God created you, body and mind. Your sire used your body for a time, then abandoned it for reasons of his own. When his mind departed for a new experience, you were born in his cast-off shell. Also, Squid, have you watched the Pomo MGS journey or 3D debut for that matter? Oh, she's looking good in the 3D debut. So we are both Pomudashis. I wish I had time to watch more of her streams, but I really wish I had time to watch more of all of the girls' streams. But what about Pomu's sweat? That's all interesting, but before I woke, I was in some kind of dreamlike labyrinth with a glowing specter. With how hard you hit the ground, I'm surprised that's all you saw. If falling from the sky didn't kill me, is there anything that can? An excellent question. Having seen your regenerative capabilities in action, I suspect they are primarily physical. A regrowth. If that's the case, you'd be unable to survive most varies of psychomolecular decomposition, disintegration, conflagration, and so forth. Degenerative diseases could pose a problem, and I know of several entities capable of psychic destruction. As she speaks, a vision flashes in your mind. It's not yours, exactly. Somehow you know this is a memory of the changing gods. You're in a dark room, lit by a myriad of blinking lights and holograms from the many machines surrounding you. What about a body that can withstand the sorrow's attacks? Says a voice. It seems to be coming from one of the machines. No, you reply. The thing has no respect for barriers of any kind, physical, temporal, psychic. This is the only way. Yeah, squishy thighs, squishy thighs. With a series of gestures, you bring up an image of a crystalline god pod. If the resonance chamber works, it will give us the power to stop the sorrow. The sorrow's hunt once and for all. We just need the right focal point. A catalyst. The memory fades. Calistage is still talking. You realize that the device you saw in the memory is identical to the one behind you now. It looks just like the Spectre had described it. A transparent sarcophagus inside a crystalline dome with mechanical arms arrayed around it on a metal ring. Unfortunately, the dome is shattered. The sarcophagus is cracked, and one of the arms is in pieces on the floor. Whatever its function, it clearly needs repair. Also, Pomu whipping Kara. I mean, sausage and egg McMuffin Kusatori. Or flesh-eating viruses. One presumes this figment by the iron wind would likewise be devastating enough to... I think he gets the point, Calistage. I saw a vision of myself in another time and place just now. You didn't see it too, did you? I saw you stare into space while Calistage graphically described all the ways you could die. That's about it. I noticed because I did the same thing. Do either of you know anything about the sorrow? I've had my share of sorrows, but never the sorrow. What's that? A disease? Her mouth compresses in a tight line. I know nothing about it. Alright then. Do either of you know how to fix that crystal chamber there? Algren chuckles. Then, firm and certain, he says, not likely. Though it might not be impossible. You need the people with the appropriate knowledge. I'm sure the cult of the Change God will hold the answer. Her distaste is evident in the expression of her echoes, although the face of the one in the lead remains carefully impassive. You'd turn to the insane to help a newborn? Where's your judgment, Algren? I would take him to the Order of Truth. The Order of Truth? Are you mad? They would sooner take us apart. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna leave. Hold on. I'll come with you. Wouldn't want you getting lost, would we? Suspicious as always, Algren. Child, the world is an exciting place, but it is full of dangers. Rest assured, one of us will get you safely to where you need to be. I'll be right behind you. A sunny smile crosses her faces. Why do you want to go with me? What's in it for you? I won't deny that you are an exciting find. But it's not about that. I just want to see you safely out of the reef. Kid, you're not safe here, and not just because you're new. Treasure hunters troll the reef. Scavengers who would sell you for parts if they knew where you came from, what you were.
All right.
Ha! Taking care to avoid the sparks, you extract several handfuls of shiny trinkets and coin-like objects. You recognize their value at once. Such objects would be accepted as shins, the informal currency in most regions of the world. So you gather them up and take them with you. I got 18 shins? Squid Sensei, is there going to be a floating skull? No, and if there was, I wouldn't trust him.
It's a plan.
Oh, Shin says don't abuse Wallet-kun. And then one day, in the far-off future, in the ninth world, Shin himself became currency. Let me see something. Floating skull, eh? Floating skull, eh? The hell? Really? That's impossible. Let's try something else. I think I know why. But that also doesn't make any sense. Clip that to Shin. That's weird. That is damn weird. All right, give me a second. Is that working? Is it working? What can change the nature of man? God damn it. All right, let me quit out. Alright. Well, that doesn't seem... I swear to God, am I still able to... Let me see. Let me see. Fuck it. Well, that's some amazing timing. All right, reinstalling because why not? Hopefully that figures it out. I was pretty sure I streamed the GOG version at some point, but apparently not, because it's not. It's refusing to fucking stream, even though I pointed to the goddamn game. This is why we cannot have nice things for a lover. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Shin. But what can change the nature of a shin? Shin. Alright, trying alt tab so I can get the game going. You know, thank you. Properties, thank you. There we go. Something about a skull. Actually, given Mata Hari's history, I mean, she could fit into a Torment theme universe. I mean, spoilers. You've played through this, right? You know the tiefling route. You know the what's her name? Falls from Grace route. She'd fit right in. I actually could see Shin as the nameless one, but let's not spoil it too much for people on the VOD later. Let's just fucking get right into it. No. What can change the nature of a man? Oh, here we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God.
Hey, Chief. You okay? You playing corpse or you putting the blinds on the dusties? Huh, I thought you were a deader for sure.
Who am I? How about you start? Who are you? I asked you first, Skull. You first, Skull. It's the last time I'll ask. You're tired than a wet rope. Alright. I'll be the nice guy here. Name's Martin. Who are you? Don't know. Can't remember. You can't remember your name? Well, next time you spend a night in this burg, go easy on the bub. Here's Mort. I'm trapped in here too. Yeah, since you haven't had time to get your legs wet, here's the chant. Now try all the doors, and this room's locked tight in a chastity belt. We're locked in... Where? Where is this place? It's called the mortuary. It's a big black structure with all the architectural charm of a pregnant spider. The mortuary? What? Am I dead? Not from where I'm standing. You got scars aplenty, though. Looks like some Burke painted you with a knife. Well, the more reason to give this place the laugh before whoever carved you up comes back to finish the job. Scars? How bad are they? Well, the carved in your chest aren't too bad, but the ones on your back... Let's see. It looks like you got a whole tattoo gallery on your back, Chief. Spells out something. Tattoos on my back? What do they say? Looks like you come with directions. Let's see. It starts with, I know you feel that you've been drinking a few kegs of stick wash, but you need to center yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that'll shed some light on the dark of the matter. Farad can fill you in on the rest of the chant if he's not in the dead book already. Farad, does it say anything else? Yeah, there's a bit more, let's see. It goes on. Hey, don't lose the journal or we'll be up the sticks again. And whatever you do, do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you, or they'll put you on a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you. Read the journal. Then find Farad. No wonder my back hurts. There's a damn novel written there. As for that journal I'm supposed to have with me, was there one with me while I was lying here? No. You were stripped to the skins when you arrived here. Besides, it looks like you got enough of a journal penned on your body. What about Farad? Do you know him? Nobody I know. But then again, I don't know many people. Still, some Burt's gotta know where to find Farad. Once we get out of here, that is. How do we get out of here? Well, all the doors are locked, so we'll need the key. Chances are one of the walking corpses in this room has it. Yeah, the mortuary keeper is dead by his cheap labor. Corpses are dumb as stones, but they're harmless and won't attack you unless you attack first.
Done. die.
Freedom!
Done. All right. I'm gone. All right.
Ah, old mechanics. We're free. Some advice, Chief. I'd keep you here on. No need to put any more corpses in the dead book than necessary, especially the femmes. Plus, killing them might draw caretakers here.
Updated my journal. The scribe looks very old. His skin is wrinkled and has a slight trace of yellow, like old parchment. Charcoal gray eyes lie within an angular face, and a large white beard flows down the front of his robes
like a waterfall. His breathing is ragged and irregular, but even his occasional coughing does not slow the scratching of his quill pen. Greetings. The scribe stops scratching the book before him, then looks up. His eyes are like two nails driven into his skull. So, he sounds tired, as if he has repeated the same thing many times before. You are woken from your sleep and return to your dream. He continues more respectfully. Well met. Again. Restless one. Restless one? Do you know me? Know you, There's a trace of bitterness in the scribe's voice as he speaks. I have never known you, Restless One. No more than you have known yourself. He is silent for a moment. For you have forgotten. Have you not? Who are you? As always, a question. And the wrong question. As always. He bows slightly, but the movement suddenly sends him into about a couple. Well, perhaps you can answer some questions with me, doll.
Updated my journal.
Well, what did you wish to know? How do I get out of here?
What's up? Okay.
I'm gone. Done.
You deftly slice the stitches, sealing the corpse's mouth, and the jaw sags open. You carefully pull the note from the corpse's mouth. Despite the condition of the paper, the writing on it still appears legible. Upper right, lower left. Hmm. It's good once you get out, get Mort a trombone, will ya? Womp womp womp. Upper right. Lower right. Oh, it's a number thing. Okay, so 1201.
Yeah?
Ha 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 ha! I knew it. Got it. Got him. You peel back the sides of the pyramid, and the paper disintegrates to dust. Inside is a small triangle-shaped earring. It catches the light and gleams brightly. That's not gonna help me get out.
Done.
All right, spoiler lover. It is fucking 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gonna call it a night here. I've been having fun, but I cannot fuck up my sleep schedule too much because, you know, IRL responsibilities. But I'm always grateful to have you here. You, Stan, Shin, everyone else who tunes into this small corner of nonsense in my tiny little existence. But if you enjoyed, feel free to remind me. Play more Planescape Torment. Because I love this game. So, it's one of my favorites. It's why I'm playing it right fucking now. I'm not some hipster being like, oh yeah, that Planescape game, you know, that Torment game. Oh man, that's so fun. Like, no. I wouldn't waste my time. You would be better off convincing me to play fucking Minecraft than to pretend
Come on, let's shake a leg. Well, I mean, you shake a leg.
You ain't got no legs, Mort. Anyways, yes. Save game. I saved the game. I'm just gonna double save it. Just because. But yes. Yes. Soon. More Torment if people are interested. Same with the Tides of Numenera. But otherwise, yeah, my alarm is telling me it is time. So, thank you, spoiler lover. Thank you, everybody else watching the VOD later. You know what time it is. It's this time. I'll see y'all out there and take her easy. Whatever you do.